Hey everybody, it's Savage Sage and welcome back to my playthrough of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I must start this episode off with a big fat apology because it has been so long since I've done this. I mean, I kind of left you guys on a cliffhanger in the last episode, which was like a month ago. So I really do apologize for that. There's kind of a reason for that. There's like a part 1 and a part 2 to this game, and we're about to yeet ourselves into the part 2 of this game. Wow, did we put this on hard mode? I didn't realize that we've been playing on hard mode this whole time. Good for us.
Well done, Claude. I see your schemes are not to be underestimated.
Yes, I must wholeheartedly agree.
You must remember that we just finished the Battle of Eagle and Lion in the last episode.
It is the utmost honor to receive praise from your royal... I'm kidding, of course. Really, though, I was lucky to have Teach on my side. In all honesty, you two made me work for it. If I had to face you again, there's no telling which way it would go. What do you think, Teach? How did the other houses fare?
Honestly, out of the two, the Black Eagle house was the stronger one.
Not strong enough, clearly. If there's ever a next time, know that I plan to wipe that smile from your face.
Oh, wow.
In any case, I hope the day never comes when we have to put this experience to use.
Agreed. I would hate to know a future in which I'm forced to cross swords with you.
I wouldn't mind. I'll accept a challenge from either of you at any time. I'm kidding, of course.
Well, now that the three-way battle has ended in an alliance victory, I dare say it's time for some post-battle reconciliation. The victor has but one request. Hear me out. When we get back to Garreg Mach, let's have a grand feast to break down the walls between our respective houses. And by a grand feast, I mean a fairly regular feast in the dining hall.
I accept your proposition. Please notify me once your preparations are complete.
It seems I have no choice but to drown my sorrow at losing in overindulgence. I'll help you with the preparations.
It's not a feast if you don't eat too much. Leave it to the Imperial Princess to say such wonderful things.
That's not exactly what I said, but forget it. Laugh all you want.
Well, if you insist. Hey, Teach. Looks like you're having a good time, too. Seeing you smile like that means we've got no choice but to have a great time tonight. Let's get going.
I can't believe our house leader ate so much he passed out. I guess he should just sleep it off? Oh, Professor! Great work today.
As long as we have you and Claude, the Golden Deer House is unstoppable.
I am sure we did not require Claude for our victory, but it certainly would not have been possible without our professor.
I'm so pleased to be in your class, Professor. You truly bring out the best in us.
Let's keep fighting and winning!
I knew the tactics you learned from the captain would be something else. I better work harder to catch up. I have had the opportunity to experience much. Please allow me to offer you my gratitude once more, Professor. Because of you, I managed to get through the fight without feeling like a burden. Thank you, Professor. I hear Lady Rhea and Sedith are singing your praises too.
Well, honestly, we all worked hard.
You're always so modest.
You really showed them, Teach. I would really hate to be on your bad side.
Oh look, Claude has been revived.
Your tactics were ingenious, and you've somehow mastered the power of the King of Liberation's relic. You really are incredible. Though you can be a bit absent-minded at times. Your mind is like a giant bowl with a tiny crack in it.
Claude, saying that only makes your own mind bowl seem tiny.
How dare you? My bowl is much bigger than Teach's. Unfortunately, it doesn't just have a crack. The whole bottom of my bowl is missing.
In other words, you are the absent-minded one, not our professor.
That's true. He just admitted it.
It's unusual to hear you laughing, Marianne. Your smile is really cute.
It feels so great to laugh and joke around like this, doesn't it? Well, look at that. Someone's having a secret rendezvous in the courtyard.
All joking aside, I'm having trouble sizing you up, Teach. The honest truth is that I'd hate to have you as an enemy. If possible, I wish for you to fight by my side. If I could use the sword of the Creator, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. I bet if I could use it, you would trust me to, right? That selflessness may be what I like best about you.
In all fairness, I don't think I would give the Sword of the Creator to Claude.
I can only
Ever.
know your deeds during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Quite versatile.
Comparing against their performance at the mock battle of the Great Tree Moon, the students have grown significantly. It is clear that this is a result of your guidance.
In appreciation of your efforts and to show our high hopes for the future of your students, I award you with this. Please continue to instruct your students as a model teacher.
So, you've made good use of all my power after all. I would have been upset if you had failed at such an easy task.
It pains me to assign such a disturbing mission to you during such a blessed moment in time. However, next month your assignment will be to journey to Remire Village to investigate an abnormal occurrence there.
Remire Village. If I recall, you've been there with your father many times.
An abnormal occurrence? What does he mean by that?
Yet to ascertain the details, but it would seem the villagers have been acting strangely. I have already dispatched the knights to verify the authenticity of this information. They should be back shortly. I suggest you begin by finding out what they have discovered.
I pray this is not a bad omen. May the goddess protect you all.
Hopefully she will. The Blessed Lance. I think that's actually a pretty good lance to give to somebody. Don't quote me on that. And I might have actually had my time frame just a little bit off. Because we are still in part 1, I believe.
Part 1. White clouds. Red wolf moon. The flame in the darkness.
So then I'm not as rude for not uploading this
Hoarfrost
for like a
now
month.
graces treetops and open fields alike, and an icy chill blown in from the north of Fargus blankets the land. All of Fodlan's creatures begin to settle in for a long winter. The setting sun bathes the full winter coat of every wolf in a foreboding scarlet glow. Hunters can now spread the word that the red wolves are back on the prowl.
We got wolves again. It's winter. Things are always harder in winter in every game. Especially games like Don't Starve and things down that alley. Oof. Winter is not easy for you. That is for sure. Yay, $5,000 to fund this month. Hilda, what's up?
Hey, Professor. There are a lot of hardworking people here at the Academy, huh? Even Claude. He acts carefree, but secretly he's so serious. Everyone focuses on training without even needing to be told. Maybe they think I must protect my friends, even if I have to risk my neck.
You won't protect your friends, Hilda?
Of course I'll try to protect them, but I don't understand why anyone would want to risk their life for someone else. When you die, no matter how you died, it's over. To me, it's more important to enjoy life. We only live once, after all. It's a waste to spend all your time working and being responsible, right?
You know, that's actually kind of a hard question. I'm somewhere in the middle on that one, so I'd say I'm not sure.
Well, no matter what people may think, I'm going to keep being me.
Well, that's a good
So
attitude,
in our
Hilda.
next battle, I'll support everyone from the sidelines.
Yeah, no.
Aw, come on, please.
No, you're pretty good in battle. We'll be using you.
About I do something for you as a way of saying thanks. Oh, I know. I'll let you join me for dinner in the city. Everyone would be jealous, you know?
I don't know about that.
Love to spend time with me. Okay, just think on it.
Yeah, not sure how I feel there, Hilda. But nice, our support level is B, which is weird because I usually love all the conversations with Hilda, but that one was a little sideways, a little weird.
That's what we're dealing with. Is there no chance it's an infectious disease?
There are no absolutes in medicine, but the chances are extremely slim. Restless movements, fits of violence, becoming bedridden, or even impossible to wake. With symptoms that varied, there are only a few possibilities. It's either a mixture of poisons or magic, and dark magic at that.
You're talking about Remire Village, aren't you, Manuela?
Oh my, if it isn't Gerald. Tell me, what was the first thing you heard?
Everything, after you mentioned that it's not likely an infectious disease. My child and I owe the people of Remire Village. If something's happening there, we must help them.
We scouted the area ourselves. Speak with the Knights, hear what they have to say. I must go. Thank you for your help, Manuela.
You know, I'm more than willing to go with you to Remire Village. After all, I owe you my life. If you'd like, I bet we could even manage the mission all by ourselves. Just the two of us.
Oh my god. I'm afraid not, Manuela.
You're saying no? Well, aren't you just a great big bore?
Nice try, but I'll be going to the village as well. Enough nonsense. It's time to move out.
As you like. Goodbye, Gerald. Goodbye, Professor.
I honestly thought she was hitting on Gerald, not us.
What about you? If you have the time, it would be helpful if you could go ahead and talk to the Knights. Hey, what's wrong?
Apparently we just got a little dizzy. Sorry about that.
If anything feels off, return to the infirmary. No need to just grin and bear it. Got it?
Yeah, I guess so. That was strange.
Ugh, what could have caused such dizziness? I felt it too.
Interesting.
Actually, I felt that way before.
She said she's felt that way before. I wonder when. Well, let's instruct manually, as always. We gotta get some instruction on, and it's been over a month since we've done this. Ooh, we don't have a lot of motivation going on across the board here, but we do have some full for some people, so I mean morale, motivation, whatever. As far as Mr. Raphael, I've got you really good on armor, I've got you really good on axes, and that is kind of what I do want him to focus on for a long time. You have a little bit in gauntlets, but I'm thinking eventually it might be beneficial to have him know some horse knowledge, just because he could become like an armored knight or something down the line. I'm not thinking anytime soon, but long term it might be worth it to pump some of this into him, so we did it. Hilda, let's take a look at you, lady. Your axes are going really good. Your fisticuffs are going really well. Let's just keep working on those fisticuffs, just because they're not quite to B. Once we get her to B, I'm probably going to work on like authority for her, so then she can be a little more versatile. Leonie, you've got full. Lance is going really well. Horses or Pegasus, I'm not really sure. I want to say, yeah, let's look at the status. I did turn you into a Pegasus Knight, so let's work on the flying more, because it's only going to help us. She can ride a horse later if we feel like it, but she is a Pegasus Knight right now. See, that's the thing, is I'm going to have to like kind of go through everybody and kind of remind myself, which will also remind you guys, because it's been a hot minute for us both, unless you're watching this in the future on the playlist, and then I probably look like a fool. Well, I apologize about it. Let's give Ignat some more sword skills. He's a Myrmidon, even though he doesn't have very much motivation. And let's give Flayn... I don't know why Flayn has so much freaking spear. I guess they assume you would make her a Pegasus Knight one day, which I probably end up doing. But it's just strange. Let's work on reason for her a little bit. Just a wee bit.
I would like to do this again sometime.
Well, maybe we can, Flame. Maybe we can. Group tasks, we've got Skywatch with those two. I'm cool with it still. Begin our lecture.
I have a question.
What is up, Mr. Ignatz?
I see.
I didn't even read the question. Dang it. I always am a button masher, but at least it seems like we got a decent answer, but would have been nice to actually make a decision there, huh? Professor level up. Nice. More activity points. You want to focus on faith. Sure. I actually want her to focus on like faith and reason for a little bit, but we'll do that here in a minute. Oh, it's somebody's birthday.
Tomas doesn't seem to be here. Oh well, that's fine.
I wonder what's
I've been
happening.
researching the hero's relics a lot since we last spoke to him. I found out something interesting.
Why have you been worried? Something interesting.
It's about the connection between crests and the hero's relics. The crest stone of each relic is carved with a specific crest, the one that has the ability to wield it properly. The crests are the keys. You need the right one to safely use a hero's relic. The only thing I can't figure out is, why doesn't the Sword of the Creator have a crest stone bearing a crest?
Ooh, that's interesting. It had one in the past, though, from what we heard.
Precisely. At least, that's my current guess. There's more. I believe the crest stones might be the source of the relic's inhuman power. When Miklon transformed into a black beast, he was taken over by something that originated from the crest stone. And the crest stone was on his body. It all seems to add up. Now, look at this picture I found in the library. That creature is called the Immaculate One, who was supposedly sent by the goddess to save the followers of Seiros. You see the pattern on its brow and a faint circular boundary? Isn't it possible that's a crest stone? If all this is true, then crest stones are what power the ability to assume massive forms, like that of the Immaculate One. And maybe the hero's relics can harness that transformative power.
Oh, it is you. Have you seen Tomas recently?
No such luck. I was hoping to speak with him myself, but he seems to be out on the town.
I see. Well... Where did you find that picture?
It was in the library. Why do you ask? Is it something my youthful eyes shouldn't be seeing?
No, of course not. However, that is not part of this library's collection. It must belong to Tomas. It would be problematic if it got mixed in with the other books. I will take possession of it for now.
Take it away where no one can see it, you mean?
What was that?
Well, that's what Tomas said. He said records that the monastery doesn't approve of tend to disappear.
Tomas said that? Preposterous. I have far too much to accomplish to waste time with this foolishness.
He was certainly in a hurry. I wonder if he's off to confront Tomas. Well, he took the picture, so I guess that's that for now. I'll see you later, Teach.
It's never good.
The church is hiding something after all. Some massive secret about relics and crests. A secret that must have something to do with the professor's true identity.
Very interesting. That is all very interesting. It's never good when censorship is involved. Oh, I'm curious how Claude is doing. Apparently I am. Let's go see him.
Teach, hold on a minute, okay? I'm gonna have this cleared up in no time.
Are you peeing, Claude? What are you doing?
I came across a fascinating book about poisons, and so I wanted to try mixing one up myself. And done. What do you think of that, Teach? A colorless, odorless poison. Say, care to test it out for me?
No.
In 2 days' time, you'll have a terrible case of, let's call it stomach trouble. It's a peaceful poison, so you'll live, but you'll certainly be inconvenienced. I hear your silent question, Teach. Why the delay? That's so it can be used even if you don't have access to the target when you need the poison to take effect.
Interesting.
Naturally, I have no immediate plans for this stuff. I suppose I just felt like broadening the old horizons a bit. When devising schemes, it's best to have as many options at your disposal as possible. Expanding those options is kind of a hobby for me.
Yeah, why such a dangerous hobby there?
Well, I grew up in an environment where it was necessary to think that way. It's like I told you before, I wasn't born into a life of luxury. Ever since I was a child, I've always been seen as different from those around me. An outsider of sorts. I've been resented and hated. There have even been attempts on my life. I don't believe I've earned such treatment, but that's how it goes for people like me.
Yeah, you're not an outsider to us, dude. You're good.
Thanks, Teach. You know, in many ways, I'm just a normal person like everyone else. But in the right environment, anyone could be seen as an outsider. It can become overwhelming. And that's why I kept running, kept fighting. As a kid, I spent a lot of time licking my wounds and coming up with schemes, trying to keep my nose out of trouble while plotting against my enemies. My parents always told me I wouldn't grow stronger if I didn't learn to fight my own battles. And so in the end, I did. And I grew up to be as independent, as self-reliant as my parents always wished for me to be. Lucky me, right?
Yeah, it sounds like you've been through a lot.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it must be you, eh, Teach? I get the feeling you know what it's like to be an outsider. The moment I first laid eyes on you, I knew you weren't like everyone else. People don't care for folks like that. You do well to watch your back. On the bright side, that's also part of the reason that I find you so interesting.
Well, that's fair enough, Claude. And now we got good support level, and his motivation is full. That's great. Whose birthday? Lynn Hart's. I'm not going to host a tea party. He's not even in our house. I don't really know him. You can have some flowers. There you go. Have a good birthday, bruh.
Let's show them the power we've acquired.
Yeah, I'm glad it's you.
Well, it's always you two, so I don't know what you mean there.
We did some great work.
Did you now? Nice. Locking those smithing stones. Getting a couple level ups across the board here. Nice. Heck yeah.
Is everything.
Axe prowess 3, that's great. Faith 4. Do you not learn anything for that? That's trash. Kinda thought you would, honestly. So there's an event going on today. Looks like everybody explores, so we might as well go explore. We're gonna go talk to the Kingdom Knights, right? That would make a lot of sense. But while we do that, we can go ahead and take care of ourselves as well. Get everybody's motivation up. Get some meals in the dining hall. Yada yada yada. Make sure everybody's fully motivated and ready to be trained. Get the out of my way, lady. Do I hear a dove? Is there a dove around here? Where am I? I'm right above the dining hall there. So let's go down to the dining hall. At least get some people's motivations up. Oh, there's Edelgard. I don't care. And then we'll go run and talk to all the Knights of Theros. Hello. Today's special. Leone loves it. Everybody else indifferent. But I think that Marianne could use it. Kind of weird that only Leone loves it.
That looks delicious. Goddess, forgive me. I've just got to indulge.
I'm sorry. I know I'm boring company.
Oh, Marianne. Quit hating on yourself all the time. Nice. They got full motivation. Let's try to get some more motivation off. Let's see who really needs it. This seems to be enjoyed by a lot of people. Hilda and Flane really need it. Then I'm going to save some of my activity points, and then I'll come back later if I have extra.
Yummy. Who made this? I'll have to give my compliments to the chef.
You really will.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
Nice. Good motivation. And raises our professor level. I'm chilling with it. Alright, let's run over and actually talk to some of these knights, kind of figure out what's going on in that village. It's not really like our hometown, but we lived close there. Oh, Felix.
You know, Professor, the tournament fish and the meal we indulged in after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, why, all of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolute.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
Hardly. I think about all sorts of things.
Oh, like tomorrow's menu, for instance?
Anyways, do you have a quest? A mock battle. We could probably do that. That would be a good experience. So we'll take that. Felix is actually an amazing party member. So let's actually, hold on.
You know, Professor, why?
Yeah, shut up. We already talked. Is that rude? Let's see. Gifts. You can have some forget-me-nots. In here, have a violet. Lost items. Claude, enthusiastic about training.
I know nothing about.
Not you. So you have to like know about the characters in order to see if this is their item or not.
I know nothing about.
You're not up to trends.
I know nothing about.
I don't know what
That's mine.
Felix is.
Thank
Oh, there
you
you
for
go.
finding it.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Come with us on the next mission. Can we recruit you?
Sometime. I might like to become your student someday.
Oh. Need to work on the speed and sword. Well, that's fine. We'll bring him with us as a guest on this one, and if we can recruit him, so much the better, because he is a badass, honestly. Alright. Hello.
Of the 4 or 5 years since I started here, this is certainly the busiest.
It was 4. I've been here 5.
Ah, what's a year here or there? Don't be petty now, Shamir.
You count your enemies the same way.
If I take care of them quickly, what does it matter how many there are? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you, Professor.
As you were saying, it's been a busy year. There never seemed to be enough hands for the work.
That reminds me. Do you have that thing? If you do, we want it.
Want? No. We need it. Give it to me, not her.
Hey now. I'm the one who brought it up. We may be friends, but that's just rude.
Interesting.
Hey, you. Do me a favor.
Catherine wants a two-toned whetstone. It's weird. I don't think I have that. Doesn't look like it.
It was 4.
Yeah.
I have a favor to ask.
So we'll give it to one of them. Undecided at this time. Oh! Give me 1 sec. Oh. Sorry about that. Somebody knocked on my door. And so I had to answer, of course. But anyways, so let's continue looking for our quest up here. The next one is not up until way up here. So we might as well zoom. Get our way out of there. Alright, let's go over here. Of course, we gotta hit up the counselor. See if there's any notes. I'm hesitant to invite a girl to my room in the middle of the night with you-know-who living right next door. I'm terrified of the scolding I'd get the next day. Well, that's fair. Yeah, makes sense why she'd be angry with you, honestly. Not that you would like that answer, but too bad. Ferdinand. Hello. Let's see.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties.
Are
I
you?
assume you know by now that the four saints are all important figures in the teachings of Seiros.
Yes, we know.
Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Sethlene. I have
Okay, that's
something
weird,
to ask
but-
of you.
Yes. If there's missing students, we will help find them. And then to the Knights Hall. This is where we can find out what we're really looking for.
Professor.
Should be right over here.
Professor, what have you got there? That's... my goodness, that is just what I've been looking for. I can offer nothing more than this, but I do ask that you consider trading with me.
Okay.
I am in your debt, Professor.
Well, okay. Traded that with him, but then there's supposed to be somebody else to talk to around here. Or am I just confused? No, there was one at the cathedral and I missed it. I'm confused. Sorry about that, guys. It was just Hanneman over there. Ugh. It will. We will have to make our way. I keep trying to dash on this like I dash on Trials of Mana, and that's just not the T with this game. You must walk slow because it is a strategy game. It's not meant for dashing. Hello, Mercedes. I didn't even know this area was over here, but... Oh, look at all these cats. What the frick? Kitties. All this just to come talk to you.
I could use your help.
A secret messenger in the corners. Sure, you're not even what I want either. Looks like there's one person upstairs. Who's this? In the greenhouse? Let's go check the greenhouse. The greenhouse is a great place to be anyway.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, please. Could you let me have that?
Sure.
Fantastic. Thanks, Professor.
Guess we're on a big, like,
idea how
trading side quest now. Don't know how we got ourselves in this situation, but we did. As far as gardening, I know we did that before, so we'll take it. Then we'll plant pale blue flowers, yellow flowers, red flowers, and purple. Oh, we can only do 3. Okay, just those 3. And you need to cultivate it. Scatter that bone meal. Ew, that's actually really gross. It's fine though. Oh wait, it looks like there's like an item out here. What is it? Something important? A missing student poster. Fine. Let's go finish set of stuff and then we'll go upstairs. I guess this is turning into a little bit of a longer episode because we had some story, but I haven't uploaded Fire Emblem in a month, so I guess a little bit of a longer episode is slightly warranted. Hello.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Thanks. You didn't really help give me that much, but my renown increased, so thanks. I guess. But in the next episode, we will talk to some more of the soldiers, and we've got some support to go over, and just more story and finishing out the month. So we will take care of that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. My name is Savage Sage, and I will see you